It's going to be really interesting. Now, with this next topic, I want to talk about the who benefits the most from the NIL. And this is going to be a kind of interesting thing. Not too long of a topic, and it'll kind of lead us into our last topic, which will be kind of like a recapping of the Oregon problem with video. We're just kind of revisiting, reading some comments, replying, and just kind of, my overview thoughts of Oregon and their future. Because I did say some things wrong in the video, and I want to make sure I clear it up. But the NIL will change college football. College football won't be the same with players being able to make money the way they do. Luckily, it's not out of control where I feel like players will turn their backs on their education or even football, but it will. I'm not even gonna say I know how it's gonna change football because I don't know, but I know somehow the NIL will change the way players are choosing colleges, players are committing, and it will really, and I'm gonna say this: it's gonna change college football possibly for the better. Because you got players committing to schools now to win. They want to win, and you got them committing to schools who they want to be on a national stage. They want to get attention. But with the NIL, it's not really important, because if you're the number one recruit, a 5-star, no matter where you go, guys are going to try to offer you a contract. Now, that contract may not be as thick if you commit to Akron, you know what I'm saying? But if you commit to Bama, okay, we're going to give you this much more money because we know you're going to play on the big stage. We know you're going to play on TV. We know you're going to be seen. So I think it'll change the way players choose their colleges. And I think the team that will benefit the most from the NIL will be teams like Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, and Oregon. The Nike gods themselves, the best jerseys, the best look in sports themselves. Oregon will benefit the most from the NIL. We've already seen, I think Kayvon Thibodeaux signed a 6-figure deal, $1 million contract with a brand just days after the NIL started. So this guy is already a millionaire in college. And it's really teams in California. And like I said, you'll have teams like Bama and maybe even Florida will do absolutely great with the NIL because these players are about to get paid. And I think it'll break recruiting a bit. It's better than schools being able to pay players because that's, I would rather them be able to only get money off endorsements rather than schools being able to pay players, because that wouldn't be fair. Because you'd have schools like Akron could maybe give a player a couple thousand. Bama's going to give a guy $100K and be like, look, you come to our school here. Here's 100, 200K. Here's a brand new truck. So I'm happy it doesn't work like that. It's not like baseball. It's not going to really ruin it too much, but it will definitely change the way some people commit to schools. And I hope it's not set up in a way to where people can reach out to guys and say, hey, if you commit to Oregon, we're going to give you this $5 million endorsement deal. I hope there's rules and regulations against things like that happening, but it's going to be interesting to see where this leads college football in the next couple of years, because, players going from not being able to make any money, not being able to do anything, players losing Heisman trophies, players being suspended, coming back, tearing their ACL, still being drafted, top running back in the league. And it's great to see the NCAA finally open this up and allow players to do this. And I think Bo Nix was the first player to get a deal, and he signed with the T company. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the NIL affects college football, but it will change it definitely. It will change college football. And speaking of Oregon being the team that's going to benefit the most,